First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for liking my videos I put on here, the Dracula and Renfield ones. It means a lot to me because I've not been having many opportunities where I live. Well, despite my attire, I'm not here to talk about Dark Universe today. I think I'm here to talk about the DC Comics film mess. Because for some reason, I have a feeling that James is really not in control of his own universe despite being the head of the division. And that probably goes a long way back to June. And I was definitely rooting for Nicholas Hoult to be Superman. I didn't really care much about the other two because, I don't know, I only saw one of them in one movie and I never heard about the other one. So, yeah, then they announced David. And here's the problem with David. He looks too much like Henry Cavill. Now, they know very well we wanted Henry Cavill back. And James said he wanted to go in an entirely different direction with this, right? That doesn't say to me that this is an entirely different direction if you choose a guy who looks just like the last guy, right? So anyways, then there was that big entertainment strike with all the writers and actors, and I think you know how that all went. Yeah. So between that, I ran into this guy who was on X. He went by Amos Wacker at Better Than You 6942. It turns out this was the guy who leaked the entirety of The Flash online. You know, he just gave out the entire plot and he was 100% correct. Well, he said that David was not Gunn's choice. The executives chose him. Really. The executives chose the dude who looked like the dude we actually wanted back. He did not know who James's real choice is. So yeah, of course, everything, fast forward a few months, everything gets resolved. Then I hear Nicholas Hoult is playing Lex Luthor. You know what? I have to say this. You literally had the guy who could pull off Clark, and you cast him as the villain. Look, we know he can play an asshole. But I think he is much suited to be Clark in this instance. But, yeah, apparently I get all these paste eaters mansplaining me, and saying, but David looks like Superman. Really? You ever see the guys playing Batman? Do they have to look a certain way? Anyway. So, this makes me wonder. Was Nicholas actually James's choice? Because he ended up in the movie. Is James really trying to regain the control he's supposed to have with this? Because if the executives are making the big decisions for him, yeah, that says to me something is not right here. It's kind of disgusting that it's oh, he's too afraid to fight for the guy he wants as the lead in the movie, but nepotism's okay? And let me say this, I'm going to be very controversial with a lot of you DC people here. Okay, no, I do not think James Gunn is a pedophile. You're going to get hate me for that. But I do think that there's a lot of things that he should be called out on. The whole, trauma thing. Yeah, no, that was not a good way to handle your trauma if you do that, but also, he kind of needs to, examine the company he keeps a little bit more, if you know what I'm saying. Well, the thing is, he's hired his sister for a job here. And then the whole thing with Sean Gunn, he was picketing at Netflix during the strike. He said it was because of Gilmore Girls. Do you know who makes Gilmore Girls? Warner Brothers. So basically, he's actually doing this because he doesn't want a conflict of interest because his family works over there. So, why? I don't think Gunn was the right person to lead this if he's going to be playing nepotism and favoritism. The whole reputation thing. There's a lot of people there. And I have to say, this is my whole theory about Nick saying yes to this. I know he said he got tired of waiting around being a franchise. I understand it. You know, of course, basically speaking for myself, I don't think I've really had an instance where I said, fine, I'll just do it. But yeah, I mean, it's like, being a professional, yeah, there was a whole bunch of other things like having to say yes because of unions and shit. But no, I'm just saying, I think Nicholas deserves better. I think Rachel deserves better. Skylar, Edie, Isabella. My hope is that with this merger, there's going to be a few things happening. So I'm not seeing, okay, the 3 holiday releases, if the 3 holiday releases don't do well, they're going to have to postpone or hold or cancel a lot of stuff. This is one of the reasons why I'm not seeing the holiday releases from Warner Brothers. It's not only is it like I'm not really interested, it's because I want them to fail. I want the merger to go through. And you know who the merger is with, right? Universal. You know who's the creative director of Universal? Christopher Nolan. Nolan's been tasked with taking care of the DCU when it's going to, when the merger's finalized. So he and his committee are going to try to fix this. Well, I hope he understands that there's a lot of miscasting, a lot of nepotism, a lot of bad ideas. So, you know what? I really want the merger to happen. I really want the movie to get canceled, actually. Because you know what this is actually like? It's like a community theater or a high school production where the popular guy gets cast in the lead, and the popular guy is not a good actor. Instead, one of the supporting characters does a much better job, and you're kind of left wondering, why didn't that guy get the lead? Yeah, it's happened. I remember someone I had performed at Ren Fair with said that this happened in her school where the popular girl got the lead role, but she kept messing up lines, missing cues. It doesn't pay to do that, And the supposed executives at a film studio should know that, especially if your ship is sinking. Well, I can't wait for that life mode that Universal is because, there's something else that the lady running Universal wants to. And I think it's something we all want to. But again, thank you very much for liking my videos. And hopefully I'll make more. I mean, it's kind of weird to see me all normal and stuff, but bye.